It is championship weekend. Your Washington Commanders are getting ready for the biggest game of our young lifetime for the young fan base. For the older fan base, it is a memory and nostalgia of early dominance from the earlier Washington teams. This is about to be a pandemonium moment for this team as we get it set to get ready to play against our arch rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. So buckle up. About to get y'all ready as we preview NFC Championship. Never thought this ever come out of my mouth, bro. NFC Championship against the Philadelphia Eagles. So buckle up. Now it's time for command time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we ready right now.
It's about time. I know it's about time. It's about time.
What's up, everybody, to the Command Time podcast presented by the Fans First Sports Network, live on YouTube and on Twitter. What is going on, Caleb?
What's going on, man?
Boy, oh boy, this has been a tremendous season whatsoever. We thought we were going to pack up next week, but no. Through the downers once again, as we came up with the upset victory over the number 1 seed Detroit Lions, 45-31. Yes, Commanders won. They are now in the NFC Championship. Just absolutely crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think nobody expected us to get this far, but I mean, I think we got to seize the moment here. You never know when you'll get this opportunity again, so you got to take full advantage of it. Some teams, some players, they dream of being in this situation that we're in right now. So you gotta come through for sure. You gotta unload the clip. You gotta unload the clip. You gotta unload the clip. So I know these coaches, they're gonna have them prepared. I've seen that consistently throughout the whole season. They get them prepared. Whenever they face a good team, they're competitive. So it's one more win. You get to the big dance. So it's a lot at stake here. It's going to be a lot at stake if we win this tomorrow, and then next, well, you got to wait 2 weeks. But
Yeah, wait 2 weeks.
there's going to be a lot at stake. So, but you got to focus on right now and how you're going to get a win. It's the ways you can get a win. So we can talk about these keys. It's a lot. It's a lot we got to deal with, brother. But we've seen them overcome odds before, so they have another chance to shock the world again.
It's just a simple fact, man, that I tell people all the time, bro. My ceiling was 9 to 10. I never thought this team will win 14 games, including playoff games, with a rookie quarterback, with still spots on the team, still needing to be addressed, and just you're winning. I mean, like, this is something we have, for us as younger Washington fans and some of the older ones, they obviously winning, but during this stretch they haven't. This is such a tremendous season, dog. Like, I am so proud of this team. I'm so proud of what Dan Quinn, Josh Harris, Magic Johnson, Rails, what they have done for this organization. I'm proud of the players. They are committing to excellence and winning on and off the field. But with that being said, man, like, we won 2 playoff games. The last time we won a playoff game in general was 2005.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is 4 playoff wins away from tying for the most by a starting quarterback in Washington history. The most is by Joe Theismann. 6 wins. Do you know how nasty that is?
I didn't even know that.
that is a nasty stat, bro. Oh, what's
I
up?
didn't. I didn't even know that. Well, every record we've broken has been since 1991. Everything we've accomplished so far, it's been since 1991. 2 playoff wins, 1991. Uh, NFL records that Jaden has broke has 1991. Just in general, what this team has done, it's been since 1991. Um, it's a lot of timeline dates that I've seen on Twitter so far that's led up to this point that's been positive for this team. Um, this team has done so much within a year. They've done a lot. They've shocked the world, but they've also set their bar at the same time.
Yeah,
So now, regardless of what happens tomorrow, now it's like now we expect Washington to be at this point. Now we expect them to be competitive. And anything short of that is a failure. And just me personally, I'm gonna look at it that way too as well. God forbid anything happens, shit hits the fan, knock on wood, nothing bad happens to any key player of our position, praying that that won't happen. Um, we're expecting to win now. The fans are expecting to win.
yeah,
They're expecting be having a competitive team on the field. We're expecting us to go to the playoffs. Now we're expecting wins. We're expecting to beat good teams now. Um, can Dan Quinn live up to that potential? I'm gonna say yes, because he's proven that he's changed as a head coach. Cliff has proven that he's changed as an OC. Joe Witt has shown that he can um, make adjustments at halftime. He's shown that okay, this player isn't working here. We got to get you out of here because you're messing up the vibe. Now we got to put you in here. Now we got to coach you up. We've
right.
seen them coach players up. We've seen Mikey Shammerstrill being coached up to play outside corner, even though he's a true nickel. We've seen Brandon Coleman slowly develop. Yeah, yes, he has his whiffs at some points. He's a young tackle. He's not one of one, but he's going to need some development for sure. We've seen the morale of this team be uplifted simply because of coaching and quarterback play. Just simply because of that. The team is playing at an absurd rate because of coaching and because of QB. Um, we're we're gonna be even better next year, in my opinion. We're gonna have cap space. We're gonna have draft picks. We've seen Adam Peters at least hit on 3 draft picks, possibly 4. So as long as you hit on some of your draft picks and they're contributing at a high rate to this team, you're in a good spot. You got people that want to come here, coaches, regardless, players. And I'm not concerned if let's say we lose Cliff after the end of next year, which I don't think we're going to lose him after this year. We're going to have one more year. Lance Newmark came back. Jets hired another GM. So Lance Newmark going to be back. So
That's
he's going
that
to help.
win that nobody's talking about.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of weird with the Jets how they hired the head coach before the GM. It's kind of weird,
Yeah,
but yeah, man, they set the bar for this fan base now. Can they be accountable for that? Can they hold that and continue to do that and get better and better? Yeah, I believe they can. Because of the front office, for one. They got the front office. Everything else trickles down. So
yeah. And I think about it like this: like the expectation now is when we go into okay, first of all, we all know there's a game tomorrow. We know there's a game tomorrow, and potentially that leads to the Super Bowl. But just to touch on some things, we know that this team legit just beat 2 of the best teams in the NFC. Well, actually, beat 3 of the best teams in the NFC because they already beat the Eagles. They split the Eagles. They beat the Lions and they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look, I don't care how people try to word it and stuff. I understand context, this and that, but at the end of the day, nobody was going to be harping about injuries on Detroit Lions when they beat the brakes off Minnesota Vikings and they had Sam Darnold looking like he's seen ghosts again.
Mm-hmm.
The Buccaneers were on a winning streak. They won like 5 of the last 6 games heading into January. Like I don't want to hear it, dog. Like this team won the games that everybody said they couldn't win. They could not win the big games against some of the contenders, and they did. They beat the Buccaneers and they beat the Detroit Lions. Now the expectation, obviously, for the next season will be to win, and I believe they will be able to win because based on how the NFC is shaping up, and based on where the Commanders are, Commanders went from a 4-win team to a 12-win team in a wild card. Like that is such astonishing, bro. They're going to get better on defense. They're going to get better in the trenches overall. They're going to get better at skill position, and the quarterback is going to be the foundation of how they win games.
Yeah. I completely agree with you, bro. Like, it's really nothing I can say about that. I mean, just I'm just amazed by what they done this year. I'm just amazed by what they done. I don't know if you heard that Eagle Space the other night, but they
I
Eagles.
haven't been to no Eagles space. I haven't watched no Eagles podcast whatsoever, bro.
I've seen some national media stuff.
That's the only thing I've seen. And you know we're about to talk about one of the topics.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want to hear any excuses. If we win, I don't want to hear any excuses. We're injured. We don't have our best guard. We don't have one of our D tackles. So we're not gonna make excuses if we lose this game. At least I'm not. I'm just gonna say GG's. It is what it is. It is what it is. But every team we played this year, people say we're gonna lose, blown out. Um, and we've proved the doubters wrong. So let's see if they have one more left in them. It's one more game that they got to get to the bowl. So
Yeah.
see what they can do. You got fans at the pep rally in Philly. Um, Mitchell Rose is there right now. Um, I sent it to Deuce on his podcast. He said he quoted this. This is his exact words. DT. We're going to let the Eagles fly in a different direction tomorrow. It's been a long road. Here we are. It's our time now. This is destiny.
Mm.
Um, Jaden's mom is there too.
Yep.
She's hype. My son don't care about the stats. He just wants to win. Um, I know Joe Gibbs going to be there. Doug Williams, of course, is going to be there. There's a room. My friend told me Matthew McConaughey may be there. He's a long time diehard fan. There's a rumor that 20% of our fan base is going to be there. And so we're traveling. That's one thing that I do love this season. I think that's it's an underrated topic that we haven't talked about is the fans just traveling. Like that's how large our fan base is. And people question where all these fans come from. We've been here. We've always been here. We just been bad. Like we're one of the most famous franchises in the history of sports. We're a pillar in the NFL. We literally are. We literally are. There's tons of famous people. Even if you watch basketball, DT, Charles Barkley even says so himself. He said the NFL is better when the Commanders are winning, and he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. It is. It's It's just the facts. We're one of the. We have a large fan base. We have a sleeping giant as a fan base, and when we win, we're going to show out as we should. Win or loss, we still show out. Yeah, man, it's. I'm so anxious, nervous. I just 3 o'clock needs to come. No matter the result, I just need to see a result. Well, that's just what I need to see, brother.
Yeah, definitely it's 20% of our fan base is definitely gonna be there. Um the one thing that really bugs me when it comes to Eagles fans is they try to say like, oh, like their environment is so different and things like that for Jada. I'm
Wah 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 wah.
bro, this dude played at LSU.
Bro, you know what's funny? Every time we play in the playoffs, every fan base have said that to us. Oh, have you ever been in Tampa Bay? It's loud there. Okay. You ever been to Detroit? You ever been to Ford Field? It's very hostile. Bro, how many you remember that SpongeBob episode, DT, when that fish said, how many times we gotta teach you this lesson? Oh, literally, that's what it is. How many times we gotta tell you this? He doesn't care about that. The team doesn't care about that. Joe Witt even said he don't care about that. He said the best feeling is when you're doing what you got to do to win the game and the stadium is quiet.
Yep.
You heard MVP chants and Terry chants at the Buck Stadium.
And the Detroit game.
Yeah, they said it was so quiet at Ford Field, you could hear defense from our fan base. That's how big our fan base is, dog. Like it's it's nothing else you can really say.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about the game from last week. What was your initial reaction when we won?
I cried.
You cried?
Yes. Yes.
That sounds so just like you, bro.
I literally shed a little tear. I ain't gonna lie. I would first. I looked at it when the clock hit. When Jeremy Chin caught that pick, I was like, "Oh my god, ain't no way, ain't no way." Yeah, a little. Then I was like, "All right, now we going to the NFC Championship." So it's either the Eagles or the Rams, either one. And at this point, most of our fan base on Twitter is like, "Line them up. We don't care who we play. Line them up because we believe we can beat anybody." And the team believes that. Dan Quinn's made them believe that. Um, he just we just have that belief that we can win in any game. It's really because of five, brother. It's really because of five.
Last week was so fun. I mean, I just sat there in awe. Sat there and like, yo, we're really fighting against the number one seed in the NFC. We really just got a pick six. We really throwing darts on the field with a rookie quarterback. We really running the ball for the first time in four of the last 5 weeks. Like, oh my God. And my quarterback ain't get sacked. My defense is what it is.
Mm.
Defense is what it is. It's going to have a couple good plays, but they'll probably still score. But what I love from this defense, though, is they're doing the things that makes Dan Quinn's defense is so good. They're getting turnovers at the right time.
You know what's funny? I was talking to my friend before I got off work. He said this defense is a bend don't break defense, and I said, yeah, it's and everybody has different philosophies of how they want their team. Some fans love defense. Some fans love a high-powered offense. His version of what he likes is a high-powered offense, but a defense that can get you a stop here and there. They may get scored on, for sure. But he prefers if he's gonna have one thing elite on a side of the ball, like offense or defense, he'd rather have offense. And I was like, oh, okay, good point. He just feels like
Yeah.
throughout the game, throughout the season, yes, this defense gave a big play, sure, but they've gotten some stops, they've gotten some turnovers, and they got to continue to do that. And they're going to build within this defense too, as well. The defense will get better next year for sure. It definitely will. They were going to have weapons too, so everybody wants. But DT, you know what everybody going to say? Oh, sophomore slump, strength of schedule, and I just
I mean, everybody say the strength of schedule, but that didn't stop when people were on said spaces said we were still gonna be third or fourth in the NFC East. I mean, what are we talking about?
no, I don't care about that strength of schedule because every time that that argument is null and void because when I say when we played the Steelers, when we played the Ravens, when we played the Eagles twice, any good team we've played, if you want to count the Bengals, sure. Every good team we played, we've won or we kept it close within
We
one
kept it
score.
close, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So if I play a tougher team next year, why would I not expect a different result? Why would I not? I
it,
had to play. I had to play the Steelers in a game where I really should have won, and I had to play the Eagles in less than what 5 days, and we lost by 8. And then some of those plays, and the defense was playing their ass off in that game. To be honest, the offense stunk it up. So yes, Jaden had the rib injury, sure. But also, you ever think about the context, DT, that he didn't have enough time to prepare for that game like normally.
first Thursday night game on a short week, literally playing with banged up ribs, uh, defense. Obviously, they held their own, but offense was just so out of sync that Saquon Barkley was able to break
Get
off
off.
in the fourth quarter.
Get off, yeah. So the game was over Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You barely have any time to practice or look at film. Regardless, it will be at least 4 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He was really probably only had 2 days to analyze that defense. So yeah, did you have a bad game? Sure, you had a stinker. It's okay. Not like the greats have stinkers. Mahomes has stinkers. Brady has stinkers. Josh Allen has stinkers. Lamar definitely has stinkers. We've seen the best of the best have stinkers, and it's
Everybody
okay.
has an off game, man.
Yeah, and he's gonna have that in the future. But the fact is, how does he battle within that? How does coaching prevail? All that different stuff. But
It's funny because even in the off games in a loss, we still lose by a small margin. Even at his mid, is still best.
and that fourth down play that we ran, where he got stopped for no gain, fumbled the snap. It was a miscommunication.
Right. And then no, even before that, the John Bates catch, like they ruled him short when he actually had the first down. See, man, and another thing about the sophomore slump thing, it's funny though because now we're at a point where everybody is banking on him to not be the same. Well, I'm gonna be completely very candid about the whole CJ Stroud comparison.
They're not even the same type of quarterback.
They're not the same quarterback because Jaden is a dual threat quarterback, and two, even with CJ Stroud having a not spectacular year, there obviously still context. Offensive line didn't play good. His wide receiver has been banged up all year. He still won another playoff game.
But hold on, DT, timeout. But the division is easy. People be saying that, bro. They'll find some other thing to fall back on. Well, the division, they got to deal with the Colts, ass, Titans,
Look.
Titans, Jags.
Okay, the Titans are trash. Titans are trash. The problem I have with the Colts is,
I don't know what's their issue.
man, hold on. This is Commanders podcast. This is
Oh,
not.
yeah. We got it.
We'll get to that in another conversation. But like, okay, like they have an easier division. Okay, you're still NFL players, still got to play. The Jaguars wasn't that far off from winning the division last year.
Mm-hmm.
They faltered at the end of the season, and then now we see they got fired head coach and a new coach. But it don't matter, bro. Like, I don't see no sophomore slump because I don't see my quarterback going to be entertaining. If anything, this team's going to be better around him so he doesn't have to do so much. We only need him to be Superman probably next year if it needed to be. That's what's scary. That's what y'all need to be prepared for. Because this is the worst team that he took. The worst team in the playoffs that the Commanders ever played, and the Dallas Cowboys had multiple shots to get the division round.
Mm-hmm.
Teams, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, look at this roster compared on. And then you saw what Alex Smith said.
Yeah, he said Mahomes is playing better than any quarterback in the playoffs so far. I heard what he said.
Then he said the weapons. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
You don't have weapons.
Outside of Terry, I'm taking the weapons on the Chiefs. Like,
I'm taking Rashee Rice.
Healthy.
Yeah.
I'm taking Worthy. I'm taking Noah Gray, tight end 2.
You taking Pacheco over B-Rod, or you taking Kareem Hunt over B-Rod? The way Kareem Hunt running right now is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I still like Pacheco.
Okay. And you didn't even talk about the offensive line. So,
I mean, oh my God.
they have the best interior offensive line in the NFL. It's not even close. But, yeah, bro, like, we don't have a single blue chip player on offense other than Terry, Jaden, Cosme. Those are our 3 blue chip players. Everybody else, they're good. They're good players. But that just shows you how great Cliff has been with this unit.
Crazy.
Oh, man, I need weapons, bro. I need weapons. I need a guy that can get yak. I need a guy that can go over the top, and Terry can go across the middle. And give me another old lineman. Give me another back. Watch what 5 do. He just gonna be a point guard distributing. You heard what Aaron Glenn said before he played us. He said Jaden's like a point guard, just dishing the ball out. It don't matter who he got. You need the ball here. I'm gonna get you there. You doubled. All right, I'm gonna go here to the check down. You go and do what you do. Everybody else covered. Let me go on and sneak off and get a 10-yard, 15-yard run. And he has one of the best rushing EPAs per play. He's one of the best. He's literally a top 3 dual threat QB. He's the 3rd best dual threat QB in the NFL right now. Lamar, Josh Allen, Jaden.
Okay.
Yeah, Eagles fans, I said it. Jaden is a better scrambler than Jalen Hurts.
I'm cool with that. I can get down with that.
He's better than Kyler. He's the 3rd best dual threat QB. And he can still get better. He's learned to throw on the run as well in those scramble drills. He's one of the most efficient quarterbacks out of no huddle, which is something we need to run a lot tomorrow, and we will.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So let's go ahead and touch in on this matchup. We just got word that Deron Payne is not going to be playing. I mean, to be honest with you, I get why people are like huge blow and stuff, but it don't even matter, bro. Like, Saquon's going to get what he's going to get. It probably matters a little bit in terms of some context. I seen they were talking about, like, on some first downs, it was like 54, 61%, a percentage of run
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
on the field. But I mean, like, it's going to take a historic effort anyway. Like, my whole mindset with this game is going to be what it's always been. And it also depends on the health of, Jalen Hurts and his knee. The defense just needs to slow him down. They're not going to stop Saquon.
Yeah, you know.
You can try to limit the big 20, 30, 40, 50-yard runs that he's been having. Because that's where the majority of his yardage come from. The first time we played him, he had the big 60-yard run, led 21-7. But after that, obviously, Jalen Hurts was out. He had 16 carries for 27 yards in the second half because the defense started to be more aggressive. The defensive line started to match physicality. And that's got to be the same mindset with this game. You just honestly, man, you just gotta hold your own.
Gap integrity. This front seven has to have their mental fortitude has to be really strong this game because Philly is going to try to beat them into a pulp. They have a very physical offensive line. You're gonna need Bobby, you're gonna need Frankie, you're gonna need Jeremy Chin, but it's all about gap integrity.
Yeah.
Also,
they're gonna try to send a message first drive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Third and longs.
That's key. Gotta get them third and longs.
Philly struggles with that. They've only converted 1 out of 11 third downs for 7+ yards this postseason. That's the lowest among all playoff teams. They can't convert third and longs.
That's what we gotta do.
They literally can't. Now, another thing is, throughout the regular season, I just found this out today. Shout out to George. He got a podcast. I'm in a group chat with him. He has a Commanders podcast too. Throughout the regular season, on first down, Philly had a run success. They ran run plays 64% of the time on first down. In the postseason, they upped that to 71%. Also, we've run blitz the second most in the NFL this year. That's really how we kind of do run defense is run blitzing. We had over 100 run blitzes on first and second down. That's tied for second most in the NFL. 51% of our 51 of our run blitzes, basically half of that, was on first down alone. That's fifth overall.
Right.
In the postseason, we led all teams with 13 run blitzes on run downs. Saquon faced 10 run blitzes in the playoffs. He only gained 21 yards and picked up 1 first down in those situations.
Got you.
So they're going to need mental fortitude, stamina. Because I'm telling you, Philly is going to keep running the damn ball. They're going to try to basically Philly's really going to try to break our soul by just running.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying the first drive, to me, is going to be a message center. Like, they're going to try to send a message of how physical it's going to be, how long it's going to be. And Washington, they're going to have to persevere. Johnny Newton, Carl Davis, Sheldon Day.
John Allen. This is when, and I know people that know me, they know what I've said about John Allen, what I said about Deron Payne, what I said about this duo. Deron's not playing. John Allen, if there's some way you can lock in and go back to the 2022 version of you, where you were getting tackles for losses and you were just being disruptive, both of them, they were the best duo as a D tackle 2 years ago. John Allen needs to lock that in. And I think he understands the assignment. He was not supposed to be here, by the way. Supposed to be out for the season. He had a torn pec. For some reason, he came back 6 weeks. Well, he came back for the Falcons game. He came back. He wasn't even supposed to be playing right now. I don't know. He saw us play well. He's like, oh shoot, this pep need to heal. I need to get back out there. And against Detroit, against a really good offensive line, he got pressures.
Yep.
He was very disruptive. Frank Ragnow is a really good center. He's a better center than Cam Jurgens. Frank Ragnow is probably the second or third best center in the NFL. Lions got one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. He was in the backfield. Credit to him. Also for Jalen Hurts, I don't know why Eagles fans say this, but they just think he's an elite thrower of the football. Don't know why they really think that. Can he make throws? Sure. I'm not saying he can't throw the ball. He wouldn't be in the NFL if he couldn't throw the ball. But to act like he's just this savant, like he's a Joe Burrow or he's a Mahomes or he can just throw for like 400 yards or 300 yards consistently.
Yeah.
He raises the floor for that Eagles team. I'm not saying Hurts is a bad player, for one. Just want to get that out the way before I make this take. On vertical routes this whole season, DT, Hurts is 4 for 41 on passes for vertical routes. Go balls, comeback routes. That's a 9.8% target route. In the regular season, it was higher. It was 15.5, almost 16%. He's faced 11 snaps against man coverage. The only person he's thrown to or he's completed a pass to is Dallas Goedert. The rest are 0 for 8. So the national media has told everybody the passing game is really struggling. It's struggling right now for Philly. But then Philly fans are saying, well, why would we need to do that when we can just run the ball? Well, y'all run the ball because the pass game is struggling right now. So if you just limit the big plays, you limit explosive plays, you can limit that. Are you going to give up 10-yard runs? Yes, it will happen. They are going to score on us. I think our fans have to understand, and I've understood that throughout half the season. This defense will be scored on. It's just going to be scored on. They're not an elite defense. They're not the Chiefs. They're not the Ravens. They're not the Steelers. They're not a top 5 defense. They're just not. They're a bend, don't break. If you can get me 2 to 3 stops, just 2 to 3, you just give me 2 or 3. You get me a turnover. You give me another turnover. You give my offense another opportunity.
I say all the time, man.
I don't need you. I've said the offense is what's carrying us right now. I'm not asking for elite play of my defense. It's not what I'm asking. All I need is 2 to 3. That's all I need. 2 or 3 stops. 2 or 3 stops. They got that in the Bucs game. They got that. They got more than that in the Lions game. And that Lions game put a lot of pressure on us offensively because we knew we had to go toe-to-toe. We just knew we had to score. They kept their foot on the gas pedal because at some point the Lions were going to break through. That's just how good their offense is. They were going to put 30+. They really shouldn't have put up 30+, by the way, DT. They really only should have put up 24 because of that BS face mask call.
Yeah, that face mask call.
It really should have been 45 to 24, but that's a different conversation. But that's all I'm asking for my defense. That's all I'm asking for you. You're going to get scored on. It's cool. At key moments in the game, you have to get stops. 3rd and longs, you have to get off the field. You cannot have these dumbass penalties where it's going to it's just going to reset the chains. You can't have that. The offense has to keep their foot on the gas pedal. They just have to. No huddle, quick passes, screens, RPOs. Do what you got to do. Run the ball. If you got to do time of possession, if you see your defense is struggling, do time of possession, score when you have to. When you're in the red zone, you have to score. And this Philly defense can be scored on. They can be scored on.
Yeah. Yeah. So just wanted to point out some of the keys that Kayla had pointed out. First thing she said is able to run the football. Last week, Kyron Williams and the Rams were able to get 100 yards on that vaunted Eagles defense. Brian Robinson had his best game so far since probably the Titans game with 15 carries, 77 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 4 yards per carry. So it's going to be a little bit different of a challenge. Also, the fact that Cosby going to be out, but honestly, I believe if we're able to at least get 60 to 80 yards from our running backs, I think that'll be good. Also, got to think about the screen game also as a complement to the run game. That's of a run game, I will say. Wide receiver screen and stuff. Philly played that good against us last time. We also, the last time we played them, we didn't have Eckler. So be interested to see how we have Eckler for this third time around. Because the first matchup, he was very effective because we wasn't able to really complete passes to our wide receivers.
He had a large 40-yard pass play. It was pretty big. Also, that Quinyon Mitchell bullshit. They put the Bermuda Triangle around Terry in that first game. They had a safety over top. They had a linebacker underneath, and Quinyon was following him. So, and that was the week where we were questioning. Oh, the Cliff is Cliff on his BS again? That was when we put Terry on the left side of the field a lot. Then in the second game, we moved him around. So they're going to continue to move him around. Cliff just needs to move him around. Motion. Jalen Carter's a effing game wrecker. Like, he's just a game wrecker.
Yeah.
If you can slow him down some way, somehow, double team him, chip. If Eckler goes up the middle, hit him in his side, chip. This is for the Super Bowl. You got to do what you got to do.
You're right.
If Tyler Biadasz got to do a little shoulder hit with him, knock him off a little bit, do that. Jaden has to get the ball out. If they go empty set, you got the chance for Jaden to get some yards. So we're going to see. Jaden has time to prepare for this team. He's had all week long. He put the VR headset on. Five need to come out and play, man. And he loves these moments. He loves being at away games. He's cool, calm, and collected. He's poised. He understands what's at stake. The whole team understands what's at stake. Dan Quinn does too. So they just need to play the game of their lives.
Yep, that's definitely. Another key thing Kayla also said was time possession and turnovers. Last week we won the time of possession, even with the no huddle. Obviously, we will have to do the same thing again. Muddle huddle, no huddle, any sort of way to get the defense on their heels and keep long, sustaining drives going. That's why I think a running game is somewhat important for this Commanders team. It keeps them on schedule. Doesn't have to be so reliant on the pass because Jaden Legs is going to help as well. But when you have to worry about Brian Robinson running downhill or Austin Eckler running downhill, that makes it very, very complicated for those teams. But I think we have not turned the ball, and we only have one punt. So definitely taking care of the football in a critical not only NFC Championship, but as the divisional game. So we're playing the Eagles for the third time. And last time when we played them, we had 5 turnovers and we still won. So that's actually crazy even muster those words up right now. And finally, she said her prediction, we win 34-31, and Saquon has 2 touchdowns. I'm like, dang, where are our touchdowns at?
Another nail biter.
I don't mean no nail biter now.
It may be, DT, so get ready for it. It's the Eagles. The Eagles are going to pull out all the stops. They got a good roster. Really
Yeah.
good roster.
David versus Goliath, man. The way I see it, enough of using the house money term. We're here now. We're here now. And everybody is either cheering us on or gonna be rooting for our downfall. I know I got a couple of people rooting for my downfall. So we going all out, man. Fourth downs, um, trick plays. Cliff gonna cook some things up. Wick gonna empty the bag. Dan Quinn gonna drop his nuts. Jaden once again on a nationally televised game for the whole world to watch. The whole world's watching. Once again. Hey man, I got Commanders winning 38-30.
Now you know I don't do score
I
predictions,
know you don't do score prediction.
but I do have for this whole week, bro. I've been really anxious and nervous. It's like a balanced 50-50. Um, of course, I believe we can win. Why would I not believe? Like we've gotten this far. Of course, I believe we can win. They can win this game. They just got to execute. That's it. Just do your jobs. Just do your job. Just do your job. I don't know what the score will be. I do think it will be a tight game. I don't see it as a blowout. Some of our fans think it's going to be a blowout because we're hot right
We
now.
wish it'd be a blowout. We wanted it to be a blowout, but
It's going to be a close game. We'll see how this turns out. I got confidence they can win for sure. They can win this game. They can win this game.
about to make history.
Bruh, don't.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, really think about it. Do you know how crazy it will be? We go 4-13, get rid of Snyder, then you go to the NFC Championship, you possibly win, and you go to a Super Bowl year after with a rookie quarterback. Oh man,
I'm calling off work tomorrow too.
I'm gonna feel sorry for Cam Ward and Shadur Sanders for the ungodly expectations that Jada just put on them dudes.
Mm. I ain't thinking about that's a real conversation.
Yeah, so go ahead when you ever get a chance, go tell your Giants buddies and them, say, "Hey man,
That's a real conversation. That's a good conversation.
it's
I ain't gonna
levels to
lie.
this, dog. It's levels to this."
But I mean, to be fair, if I was an outsider, I would. A lot of teams gonna be copying what we're trying to do, and but what we've done doesn't happen a lot.
Don't happen a lot, bro.
You got to find that one of one guy at that position, and he has to have that one on one attitude, and not just like what Dan Quinn says and what all of our reporters say when they talk to Jaden's mom or talk to Jada himself. It's not just the player; it's the person, and that does matter. Jaden is so blessed. I don't know if you saw what he put on his Instagram.
I saw it.
Yeah, he's posted that a lot in the playoffs. DT, don't.
Hey, look, all I gotta say is, bro, I'm praying.
I'm praying too, bro. They gotta play. They just, like I said, they just gotta do their jobs, man. It's just they just gotta do their jobs. That's it. Coaches gotta coach. Do your jobs.
Yeah, man. But hey, look, that's all we got for y'all tonight, man. Little NFC East Championship preview for the Commanders as they get ready. They already got on the. I think they got. Did they get on the bus or the plane? If they got on the plane, why would they get on a plane to go to Philadelphia? I was confused when I saw it. It looked like they didn't want to play.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, they're driving to the game today. Kickoff is at 3:00. I literally sitting there arguing with my dad because he in here talking about what we're gonna eat tomorrow, and I know I don't want no full course meal, but I was like, dog, I might not eat tomorrow at all, bro. I might not eat at all, man. Either I'm gonna be extremely excited or I'm gonna be sick as a dog.
Yeah, man, I just need this game to happen. That's all I need, brother. No matter the result, I just need to see a final outcome.
Yeah.
And they are tailgating like crazy in Philly right now.
Dog. But yeah, man, this is all we got for y'all tonight. Any last words, Caleb?
Come on, man. Just win. Do your best, fellas. Just win. Just win. Shock the world. Let's see what we can do.
This is Command Time Podcast presented by the Fans for Sports Network, live on YouTube and on Twitter. We'll catch you guys next week, win or lose. That is, hail to the Commanders and time to raise hell.
Got me feeling so free, free.